What's up guys, TheMerryGamer here, and welcome back to another episode of Prison Architect. And as you can see, there has been a lot of improvements to this base. I've been spending a lot of time improving it. We're actually in a big deficit at the moment because we've had a few escapes and a lot of riots today. So the money cash flows dropped down. It was actually at a decent level not too long ago. But yeah, no, we've lost a few prisoners. I'm bringing up the minimum security, guys. Max security is pretty much sorted. Normal is just a tiny bit below what it should be. And yeah, no, it's going great. We're having a lot of riots though today. I don't know why. We had two major riots, one here and one over here, both in the same areas. It's due to this safety, and I've realised what the safety is, and I think it's a slight bug in the game. Which I need to look if it's been reported. So what it is that the prisoners will always, especially low security, the others not so much, but low security, they're always yearning for safety during the day, even when I've given them the perfect safety outcomes and effects. You know, I get rid of guards, they're all in like their own cells, there's no issues. But when you look at this high danger level, that's the issue. And you say 5 are saying they're well treated and others are not happy. But the big one is, where is it? So at the moment he actually just got out. So hopefully we will start seeing this decreasing. But what it is it actually has something to do with gangs. So when we look into intelligence and you look at gangs do not exist in low risk prisoners. Gangs exist in all other types of prisoners. And at the moment, we've got a big issue with gangs when you look at it. See, the blue gang is really out of, getting out of hand. And the big one is, where is he? You can normally see him. He's very obvious, unless he's being killed. He may have been killed, but, see, everyone has these rings. So so one ring means that he is just like a member. Now, I'm not sure what the 2 ring means, but I think, is this the guy I'm looking for? Yeah, this is the guy I'm looking for. This guy here, I think Andrew Chappell, I believe he is the gang leader. So I think the 2 ring is the gang leader, but then the 1... No, sorry, 2 is the second hand, then there's the 3. This is the guy I'm looking for. Yeah, this guy. So this guy, he is the gang leader, and this guy is getting in a lot of trouble pretty much every day. And see, now I'm seeing the arrows go down, which I haven't seen for a while. It's because whenever this guy pisses the guards off, he gets put into solitary or lockup, and that angers the gang. Since it's such a big gang now, it makes them all angry, and that keeps the danger level high. And that's what's making all these prisoners over here fear for safety, because they're scared of the gang, even though they're not affected by it, because they're in their zones. So like this area, like when we look at deployment, none of them can get in here. It is only low security. So I don't know why some of these have gone off from that. That's a bit weird. Don't know why that happened for them. They got all separated for some reason. But yeah, so that's what's happened there. And I'm not sure why, but yeah, we need to... I probably will see if the bug's being reported or anything, but yeah, and as you can see, I've also improved the security along the low security area. There was too many escapes. There's constant escapes happening all the time. So now what I've kind of done is I backed it up, done a double wall similar to the other, and I've actually put guard towers, which is something I'm going to do around all these as well. But I want to have like guard tower like here, like in these corners here, and here on each side. So, but anyway, enough about all that sort of stuff. We actually want to talk about this. So as you can see, we bought the land, and now I've actually planned out what we're going to next do with it. So we did some perimeters and everything, and I got it all planned out. And this is our next phase. This is our next expansion. As you can see, I've already planned it all out for us to build. So I'll go through what this expansion actually entails. So unfortunately it's dark, so there is actually another square up here. So what it is that this area is going to be kind of the area that all these guys in here, all our max security guys can go into, or have shops for them, or have more classrooms, or have their library, and that also have their workshops, their solitary. It'll have all their stuff. It's pretty much like this building here, but actually more designed much more efficiently, and that means that I probably will eventually change this building, hopefully, in the future when we expand a bit more out here. But that's there for there. These will be 2 yards, and then obviously we've got the solitary buildings that are here, over here. And then these areas over here, these in the corner are going to be our death row. So we're going to have 2 areas for death row. And then these areas here are going to be our super max. So that there's not obviously a lot of space for these people, but these guys aren't going to have very luxury sort of cells. Everyone's kind of seemed to have the same cells here and here, because they're kind of on the same playing field, although really, like, these guys are still worse than these guys. It pretty much, it makes it easier just for design-wise for them to have the same thing, but when we get out to these sides, they're going to have smaller cells, probably not that much. They might not even have a bathroom, they might only just have a bed in there, and they might have dedicated, like, bathroom times and all that sort of stuff. Then in this area here, we're going to have, obviously, this area for these guys. It's going to be pretty much duplicated and put over here, but a bit small because I don't need the solitary. I have thought about moving the solitary there and changing this area here because I have plans for the center part here. So this center part, we don't have anywhere for protective custody yet. So that's what I want to do. I want to put in an area for protective custody because I have been working a bit of the intelligence and the informants. We've got a few going at the moment. So as you can see, a lot are in actual lockup, which isn't great. Oh no, these are actual all potential ones. So when they're yellow, they're potential. When they're green, they're mine. So I could have pretty much everyone as an informant if I really wanted to, but then we have a bit of an issue. So yeah, but anyway, I think I've waffled on a bit there. We're going to start getting onto this because I want to get the solitary built and this stuff down and hopefully get all the foundations going today. I don't know how much this is going to cost me, so we're just going to keep going with it and hope for the best pretty much. So we do that. And then you can, oh no, I can't do that because it's blocked, that's right. You do that. And then that, so yeah, I want solitary definitely built today because I need to stop mixing these guys around. And the moment they stop mixing around, then it makes it a lot easier. But yeah, so I've been working quite a lot trying to get this prison going. It's really hard to get money. Sometimes you can get a really nice flow. If there's no issues going with your prison for a while, then you actually can, like I've noticed, I can get up to pretty much 11,000 to, that's like the average. I've actually, some days when it's really good, there was a point where I was almost at 50,000 a day, which was amazing. So yeah, the average is normally that. At the moment it's down because just before I started recording I had, what did I have? I had 2 of these guys over here escape and ran out this way. I had a riot in here, I had a riot in here, then I had a riot in here, and then as well as I think I had probably about 8 deaths around the entire prison, plus 2 escapes. So it doesn't surprise me that it's got shot down a bit, the money, and I'm going to start losing a bit, but that's okay for now. I know that will rebalance itself in a bit. I don't know if I should tell them to build this whole foundation as well. So I'll explain this building. You're probably wondering what all this is and what's going on. So pretty much these little rooms here I'm going to put as psychologist rooms, offices for them to go speak to psychologists. Since these guys are super max, they're going to have a lot of issues. So I feel like they should have their own personal psychologist to go there. This is just obviously hallways and that. I'm not really sure what I'm going to put in these 2 rooms. I'm thinking maybe another just infirmary and like small morgue, just because it's a big area for them to have to go. Say if there's a fight or an accident over here, for them to get transported over here. It's a bit of a distance, so I might do just small infirmaries there. Then these rooms here, I'm thinking as classrooms. So I know they've already got 2, but the thing is though, we want to try and make these guys not have to stay max security if we have to. You know, if we could fix all the issues, we can fix their anger, you know, and their drug and alcohol issues, then there will be no real fights. And I might be able to downgrade them into the other area, which is over here. That's the plan, hopefully. I want to try, literally, like, you kind of want to have it so, because the issue we got with our prison, when you look at this, these are our prison ratings. So our punishment is 7, our reform is absolutely 0. Our reform is not good enough, and that's what I want to push towards, is reform. So security is now 3, and health is now going up. So health, everything's been kind of going up a tiny bit. Punishment used to be, it keeps on lingering in between these numbers. Reform I have not seen go off 0. Security lingers in between these 3. Health has always been -5 for a long time, so it's good to see. But as you can see, we've had 57 deaths in custody. 8 of them which came just before. I had 2 escapes before. You know, we've had 53 escapes. You know, it's a high number. Parole early is only 30 being offered, so only 13. Prisoners executed, we've never done that yet. We will get towards that. But yeah, as you can see, our prison value is at 2.6 million. But reoffending rate is only 28%, which is good. But we want to get that lower, and that's the point as well of this game. So yeah, there's all these little factors that we're trying to take in. So that's why I want to put all these things. I want to have like drug and alcohol reform programs. Then these 4 in the center. This is where we're going to have a spiritual room. Not sure which one's going to be which, but it's going to be spirit, like spiritual guidance, so like kind of like a church. We're going to have a library as well, but we need to obviously get education courses going. That's what will be held in these rooms as well. We need to get a shop as well as a mail room, because these guys aren't really going to get visiting privileges anymore. Only the people that get visiting privileges are these guys, because they're right at the front, and they will get there, because if I go deployment, it's for them. They have their own visiting as well, but these guys have no visiting whatsoever, so they will only be having visiting via mail. And then the other room, so we had spiritual, we had shop, we had mail room, and then we had library. So that's the things that's going to go there. And then these buildings on the side is going to be workshops, so then they can sell those workshops, and we will import and export those and all that sort of stuff. So that's what we're going to work towards as well. I need to go and put in some doors. So if I go here and here, and let's rotate that around and go here and here. So now that they've pretty much done that foundation, I'm going to get them to start building the main foundation. So let's go concrete, and let's not get confused with which concrete. So this one is going to cost me quite a fair amount, which I'm aware of. Oh, there we go. So there goes most of my money. That's what I've been saving up for, is just to get these foundations built. Because yeah, this is not a cheap expansion. This is actually quite expensive. It's going to be one of our biggest buildings. Why is that white? That's a bit weird. There we go. So that costs like 13,000. Then another 7,000. Oh god, do I have enough to do this expansion? I hope so. Then if I do oh, just enough just to do that. That has cost me so much to build that building. Oh yeah, and then these guys need to get power, and that power, I'm not sure where I'm going to put power. Probably power and water may go in one of these rooms here as their own, instead of a classroom, it's actually like a generator and water room as well. So that's kind of how that's going to plan out. So yeah, that's it's a big step in the prison expansion, is getting this going, because then that's profit for us, because we've got the workshops. We'll have more lessons and all that, and classes going for these guys, so then we can have hopefully a safer prison, especially in these areas, because these guys are pretty much assholes majority of the time. We're about to get some more low risk prisoners, which is good. That will jump me back up, but we've also got big mortar. What has happened to my prison? Like, all the lights are having weird fits. I might need to reload the game. I was in like window mode, and then I changed it out of window mode into full screen, and that may have screwed with the lighting, because yeah, look at all the lighting, they're all just squares, and that's odd. Oh well, that's alright. If that's the only bug, that's the only bug. Why? Oh, that's because I'm still waiting them to place that. So yeah, this is going to take them a little while to build, but we're pretty much done with expanding the prison. Like, I don't think I'll be buying any more land. I feel like we're sorted. Like, this prison, like, it's good. It's a good prison layout. It is really close to being a perfect prison layout. It is unfortunately got some bugs in it, I guess, and some downfalls, because since we were building the game when the game wasn't fully released, there are some things I would have incorporated into some of these designs and buildings, and that means when we do the 4th season, that will probably be our best season when it comes to the perfect prison layout, because pretty much everything for the game has been released now, so it'll become really easy to plan everything out. Because when I was doing these perimeter walls, I don't think the guard towers are out, so we kind of have them jutting out. I would have actually done them a bit wider, so then they could have been a part of it. You know, shops and mailroom, like all that sort of stuff. Like, we were kind of like coming out near the end of when we took our break, which was like, you know, it's a good thing. But another thing in this game as well that I'm finding as well is the bigger the prison gets, the more laggy it gets, which is obviously always the case with most games. But as you can see, we're in fast forward, but the time does not go very fast at all. Prisoners still move around fast and do their stuff, but time itself slows. So that's a bit frustrating to deal with as well. So it takes a long time to actually get things done. But yeah, so that's probably going to be it for this episode. I'm going to try and get the solitaire and all that sort of stuff stocked, earn some more money, and hopefully by the end of next episode we can start getting this building and everything finalized for the next episode. So as usual, guys, thank you all for watching. I hope you have an awesome day. I hope you all enjoyed the episode, and I'll see you guys in the next one. So catch you later, guys.